10 to the hour, here's your tropical update. I'm Nick Walker alongside Vivian Brown, and we're watching the Atlantic Basin with a couple of interesting signs out here of perhaps some tropical development. We have one area of low pressure east of the Cape Verde Islands, possible some slow development with this as it moves off toward the west-northwest. But what is even more interesting is this cluster of thunderstorms and this low pressure circulation moving west-northwest toward the Antilles. You know, the hurricane hunters, along with Air Force Captain Nicole Mitchell, who is a hurricane hunter, as well as the travel analyst on Your Weather Today, flew into this today, found 30-knot flight level winds, and it very well could strengthen over the next several hours and become a tropical depression, perhaps as early as this evening. We'll keep an eye on this as it moves probably closer to the Antilles over the next 40 to 48 hours, and then toward the Turks and Caicos and into the southeastern Bahamas. But we will probably begin to see some rain to some of the islands before very long here in the next 24 to 48 hours from this area of low pressure, whether or not it is declared a tropical depression. So that's one thing that we're watching. We're also watching, of course, a little closer to home, the Gulf of Mexico, and plenty of thunderstorms along the Gulf Coast. Nothing that is showing any signs of tropical development, nor here in the southwestern Caribbean, with flare-ups of convection of thunderstorms here, but nothing developing at this time. A lot of flare-ups of thunderstorms, too, along the Mexican shoreline and Central America, but nothing is developing as far as a tropical cyclone here. We do have a tropical cyclone well out into the Pacific. Still, tropical storm Hernan, and the last advisory keeps it with 40-mile-an-hour winds. It is expected to weaken, though, as it moves off toward the west at about 9 miles an hour, nowhere near any land areas and not threatening any land areas as it slowly begins to dissipate. We are watching an area back off toward the east, though, with flare-ups of thunderstorms to see if that could be a tropical depression. So that is your tropical update from the Atlantic to the Pacific. A lot of things to watch as we get closer and closer to the height of hurricane season. Now, let's check in with Vivian, and we're seeing the thunderstorm height here this afternoon in portions of Mississippi and Louisiana and Alabama.
That's right, Nick, and that is, of course, over the south, and this is good news for some as we're talking about an extreme drought scenario still taking place in South Carolina anyway. 37% of the state still suffering from extreme drought conditions. North Carolina, much of the same, and even in Texas with about 20% of the state dealing with substantial drought. So let's check on the radar because we do have some wet weather over the south. Actually, some severe storms, too. Of course, we don't need that. You see that tornado watch that has been issued for southern Mississippi and Alabama. So as we take you on a quick tour, we'll start in Texas. Again, we do need additional rain across this region. No watches are out for this area, but the storms just to the west of Austin look pretty ominous. And there is the tornado watch. By the way, it's out until 10 o'clock this evening, and we'll be watching for the threat of hail, high winds, and tornadoes. Atlanta, we are continuously monitoring your radar too as we're noticing the rain come in from the west side. And down in Florida, storms have been a factor across the northern peninsula and even down there across the southern peninsula near Fort Lauderdale and Miami. Quickly taking you to the north because we have two separate areas of instability. You can see the showers in the northeast, and with another system coming across the Midwest, we've had some wet weather move across the upper Mississippi River, approaching the western parts of Illinois. Chicago, you're dry for now, but the forecast calls for rain tomorrow.
Well, we want you to take a good look at this set, at this studio, at this room, because this is the last time you are going to see it on our air.
Absolutely. We've been broadcasting in standard definition for 26 years here at the Weather Channel, but starting tomorrow, we will be in high definition. Oh, boy.
Across the board on all day parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we hope you'll tune in tomorrow and check us out on our new set, brand new high definition. I think I'm going to like it. I'm going to miss this chair, this desk, and all of this.
So we have the distinction of sort of saying goodbye to this studio. It's been a good run.
Yeah, it has been. So we'll say goodbye to this desk and goodbye to this chair, but I'm taking you with me.
Yeah, oh yeah. We're not saying goodbye permanently. No, we'll be over in the other studio in high definition. We hope you join us. Let's leave you with another big shot of the studio. Can we do that? And just as we go out, saying bye-bye.
And hope you tune in tomorrow.
Yeah. It's been great.